What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day, and if you're new to the channel and want to subscribe button, that'd be awesome. Hope you all are doing well during this time of self-isolation quarantine period, and I hope you all are staying as productive as possible, knocking out all your project car work for your upcoming potential projects, housework, etc. Wishing you all the best. But today for the Skyline here, we will be swapping out the transmission fluid as well as the differential fluid. Just want to give a huge shout out to Cody for recommending me such an awesome product, and as well as AMSOIL producing such an awesome product, and Cody hooking me up with his discount. Thank you so much, Cody. I appreciate it. But yes, today we'll be using the AMSOIL full synthetic transmission oil. They recommend for the transmission in the RB20 stock transmission just to go with like a GL4 75W90, and for the stock RB20 diff, I believe it's a VLSD, they just recommend a GL5 8090. I got slip lock, but some of the forums say that this is not necessary, but I got it just in case. To make this job as easy and clean as possible, go ahead and pick yourself up a fluid pump. Got this at O'Reilly's for about, I believe, $10 or $11. For the drain bolts, go ahead and get yourself some medium strength blue Loctite. And to get the drain bolts out, sockets aren't necessary, just the ratchet. I believe it's either 3/8 or 1/2 inch. In terms of oil capacity for the transmission, I believe it's 4.6 or 7 quarts. We'll know for sure once we start filling up the transmission with the new fluid when it starts to seep out. And then for the RB20 VLSD, I believe it is a little over 2 quarts. I went ahead and got 3 because a little more is better than having a little less. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the Skyline on jack stands. Golden rule, get your car as even as possible so that you get the fluid filled as evenly as possible. All right, Skyline is secured. Hopefully everything is safe and is as even as possible. Let's go ahead and take a look at the transmission. So we are now underneath the Skyline. Again, this is a HCR32 GTST Type M, stock RB20 with the stock RB20 transmission. On the Japanese passenger side, you will find the fill hole, and then right underneath the transmission, of course, will be the drain hole. Golden rule, make sure you can get your fill bolt out first before you tackle on the drain bolt. Because if you can't get your fill bolt out and you already got your drain bolt out, you are SOL. And to confirm the bolt sizes, it is going to be a 1/2 inch ratchet. It doesn't seat in like lock, it just kind of slips in like so. Go ahead and use your brute force to, of course, take them both out. All right, I don't know how well you guys can see me, but I got my ratchet lined up here, holding on to the tow hooks and or the LCAs, traction arms. It's gonna give it a good yeet. Oh, nice. Damn, it's dark as fuck. Sorry, guys. So there, oh, ooh, cramping up hard. You got the, almost. But you get the idea. All right, got the drain plug out. A little bit of some metal shavings here, but nothing too extreme. Actually, the diff oil, the transmission oil was pretty clean. Oh, I guess it stopped dripping or draining. But yes, it was pretty clear, a little bit dark, but I believe RHT Specialties, when I bought them, actually did a full service on the car. So gives me more confidence to buy from them next time. Go ahead and clean up the drain bolt. I'll put it back in with the blue Loctite, and we'll go ahead and start filling the transmission up. So we got our drain plug here. Blue Loctite, let's go ahead and get it into the most inner parts. Oh damn, I never used Loctite before. Oh shit. That should suffice. Go ahead and put this sucker back in. Cool, so we got our pump attachment to our bottle. I'm gonna do my best to film, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Pump, bottle, and then start pumping. Put the hose in the hole and keep pumping and pumping each quart until it starts to leak out, which would indicate that it's full. Cool, so done filling the transmission. That was honestly the most uncomfortable and worst fluid change I've ever had to do. Tight space. Disregard what I said earlier, but I made a huge mess after I filled the transmission to the adequate amount of oil it needed. It just spewed right out. Before the stock RB20 transmission, it used about 2 and almost 3/4 of a quart. So now let's go ahead and hit up the differential. Cool, so moving on to the VLSD on your R32 Skyline. Diff, here we go. Fill bolt right up there, easy. Drain bolt right below. Should hopefully be easier than doing the transmission. Well, honestly, it's pretty easy, but messy. Update, so I finally got the drain bolt out to the differential. Used, again, a 1/2 inch ratchet, and I use a joint set on the ratchet since there's not a whole lot of space to utilize just the ratchet because the head is too big. But again, fluid was still very clean, and it looks like they did use some sort of additive, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten the drain bolt up and go ahead and fill up the differential, double check all the bolts, making sure they're as tight as they can be, and go ahead and go for a test drive. And just like that, transmission and diff are now with the full synthetic AMS oil. Both fluids again were changed upon the purchase date of last year, but I don't know what fluid they used, but just knowing that there's full synthetic AMS oil in there gives me peace of mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash up, go for a test drive, take you guys with me, and we'll see how everything works. So before we go, I already noticed a difference in like smoothness without the car not even being on. I mean, first and second are a lot smoother. Third and fourth. Fifth is easy to get into, as well as reverse. Before the swap of the fluid, getting into reverse was kind of hard. I had to like hit the clutch twice and it still wouldn't go in, but now effortlessly. So to see how the oil performs. All right, a couple hours later, let's go for the test drive. Skyline has been warming up for about 10 minutes. Just gonna take it around the block and do some figure eights. That's what the back of the slip lock bottle said to do, so it works into all the clutches. So let's go. So far, honestly, shifting is a lot smoother than what it once was. Waking up all the neighbors on their lovely evening. We are back with our little cruise in the Skyline. Honestly, shifting significantly smoother, and overall the car just feels so much better. I don't know if it's placebo or if it's honestly just the benefits of newer transmission and differential oil, but honestly, car is just driving really nice, and also the weather is perfect outside too. Double checked all the drain and fill bolts, no leaks, so pretty good on my part. And again, just overall, a solid product. Thank you AMS Oil for just being one of the greatest. Next video, definitely going to be installing my Coil-Rad aluminum radiator as well as my Nismo low temp thermostat, just because I need some content, and I'm still waiting on my radiator hoses, but those aren't coming in until the end of the year, and summer's coming up, and summer is pretty hot here in Arizona, so I'll just go ahead and hit up Mishimoto for a a silicone lower radiator hose, because I know they are comparable between the HCR and the GTR. And then hopefully soon install my Tomy 255 high pressure fuel pump, and I still need to change out my fuel lines, which I am lagging on. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for all your continuous love and support, and welcome all the new subscribers. From all the analytics that I'm checking, I'm gaining between 10 and 15 new subscribers every day to 2 days. So thank you so much for checking out the channel. I really appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel, want to hit the subscribe button too, that'd be awesome. Doing my absolute best again to keep you all entertained that are unfortunately stuck at home during this quarantine period. Hopefully it all figures itself out within the next 3 to 4 months, because that's honestly a realistic time frame, but I can go all day about that. But guys, thank you so much for your continuous love and support. And if you're new to the channel and want to subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch you in this video. Take care.